Go Red for Women. That's why you see Shayna in red, myself as well. A day meant to bring awareness about cardiovascular disease. Dr. Todd Ellerin, Vice Chairman of the Department of Medicine at South Shore Health, is joining me now to talk more about this. Always good to see you.
Good to see you, Jessica.
I see you're red as well.
That's right.
Let's talk about heart disease. We know it's still the #1 killer of women in this country. Why is that?
Well, I think one of the reasons is, first of all, women tend to have their heart attacks about 7 to 10 years later than men. But also women can have atypical symptoms, which we'll talk about, so there can be delay in diagnosis. Women also tend to have a higher threshold of pain than men. Think about the man in the what I call the SMC, the severe man cold, right? Women oftentimes, you know, they're used to having to deal with a lot, pregnancy, other things, and also they're often the caregivers. They're the ones reminding their partners, to their men, to take their medications, but who's reminding them? So I think a little bit of all that.
We talked about the warning signs of heart disease many times. For women, it can be different, right?
Without question. Think about when a man has a heart attack, generally that crushing chest pain radiating to the arm. With women, it can be very different. It can be nausea, indigestion, so things that are subtle. Sometimes it could just be fatigue, walking upstairs feeling breathless. So I think you have to be very careful. Also, younger women, while less likely, can still have heart attacks as well. So you really have to have, you know, a good diagnostician to consider that.
Even though obviously we know prevention is important, right? What do you want women to know about the important steps they can take for prevention?
All right, so the prevention is similar between men and women, right? You want to lower that cholesterol, you know, take care of your sugar so you don't have diabetes, weight, food. But I want to say one thing. With cholesterol, for example, we think there's this implicit bias, which is an unconscious bias, a gender bias, where if a man and woman walk into their provider and they have the same level of cholesterol, sometimes the man will walk out with a prescription and the woman won't. And that's a problem. And sometimes you'll hear people say that women have higher HDLs, that's the good cholesterol, than men. So sometimes the provider might say, well, your HDL is good, but we really want to base giving cholesterol medications to, you know, on the LDL. The bottom line is, I think women have to self-advocate as well.
Yeah, how would you say, really quickly, that women should advocate for themselves in those moments when, hey, maybe they're not getting that prescription? What should they be telling those doctors?
I know it can be hard sometimes to voice what you're feeling, but I think you have to own personal health first. I think you just have to be a great advocate. These medications save lives.
Yeah. Absolutely. Dr. Ellerin, we appreciate you being here as always. Thank you so much.
Go Pats.
Go Pats. All right, Maria, over to you.